Now to the war in Ukraine and a plea for help by the president of Ukraine directly to the U.S. Congress. That as President Biden announces the U.S. is sending more anti-aircraft and anti-armor weapons to help Ukraine defend itself against a relentless attack by Russian troops. Eyewitness News reporter Carlos Granda is live with the latest, including harsh words today by the President of the United States for Vladimir Putin. Carlos.
Well, that's right. President Biden calling Putin a war criminal for the first time, and that's a big change in tone. This as the fighting intensifies. Once again, the capital, Kyiv, struck by Russia this morning as missiles hit a residential neighborhood.
I think he is a war criminal.
The president making the strong statement at an event this afternoon. This comes as the stepped-up bombardment of Kyiv continues. This verified video circulating online shows explosions over the central part of the city. It's the first time there's been widespread attacks in the capital.
Russia has turned the Ukrainian sky into a source of death.
In a rare address by a foreign leader to a joint session of Congress, Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky appealing to U.S. lawmakers for more help.
Remember September the 11th, a terrible day in 2001 when evil tried to turn your cities, independent territories, in battlefields.
Zelensky again asked for a no-fly zone over Ukraine. President Biden has said all along that is not something the U.S. or NATO is prepared to do. He didn't mention the no-fly zone as he signed a bill authorizing $800 million in security aid to Ukraine that includes defensive weapons.
Now, I want to be honest with you. This could be a long and difficult battle, but the American people will be steadfast in our support of the people of Ukraine in the face of Putin's immoral, unethical attacks on civilian populations.
Republican senators agree with the president about the no-fly zone and think the U.S. needs to send military equipment to Ukraine.
There is bipartisan support for sending a package that includes fighter jets and air defense systems to the Ukraine immediately so that we can have a Ukrainian no-fly zone.
Ukrainian troops continue to score some victories. This dramatic photo shows fire and smoke from a Russian-controlled airbase. A number of Russian helicopters were destroyed. Ukrainian officials feel this will help in their negotiations with Russia.
The Ukrainian army is much stronger than they expected before the war started.
Now, Russian and Ukrainian negotiators met again today, but so far it does not appear they're any closer to any agreement. President Biden will be traveling to Europe to meet with NATO leaders next week. Reporting live, I'm Carlos Granda, ABC7 Eyewitness News.
Carlos, thank you. And if you'd like to help the people in Ukraine, we have some options. UNICEF is working in the region to provide aid and assistance. You can also support humanitarian relief through the Red Cross. We have a link to both organizations on our website, abc7.com.
Hello, I'm Mark Brown. Get more great ABC7 content by clicking the subscribe button for our YouTube channel and download the ABC7 Los Angeles streaming app on Fire TV, Android TV, Apple TV, and Roku to watch on your TV.